Hello everyone, my name is Michael Young and welcome back to Factorio. So, we're right after, I just reloaded the save right at the end of the previous part, but in truth, I've spent maybe 2.5, 3 hours playing, and I tried to record them, but it ended up being really boring, I think. So, basically, I was trying to figure out how to I was doing the math for the next set of circuits, and I was spending pretty much the entire hour just standing in one place looking at recipes. And let's see, thing. So I was going through this whole, how are we gonna get the ratios right for all these circuits? And then going through the rest of the process, and I hit a real dead end because I could not figure out how oil worked. And it was a real problem. I could not get it to work in my head. I was looking at recipes. I was going through different permutations. Oops. I was looking at this. I was saying, so it does that. It does that. It does that. It does that. How about what? I'm confused. And I was forced to admit that it was just beyond my ability to figure out. What is this doing? This goes nowhere. So, most of the time in this game, what I try to do is learn things. Like, if I want to make coal, I mean, it took a while when we figured this out the first time, but if I want to make coal, I know what I need to do is use an electrolyzer on water to get slag, then crush the slag into crushed rocks, throw the crushed rocks into the water to get mineralized water, burn some wooden pellets or coal to get CO2, use the CO2 and mineralized water to get green algae in algae farms, turn the green algae into cellulose fiber, and turn the cellulose fiber into more wood pellets. Then turn the wood pellets into wooden bricks, and burn the bricks. And there you have it, coal. Now, it took like 45 minutes to an hour to figure out that process when I was looking through the different recipes. But even then, I was able to get it. I was able to understand that this is a productive process that's going to result in more and more coal over time. That it produces more coal than it needs. I remember the ratios. The ratios I always have to look up, but that's just numbers. That's the math. The actual process, going from one thing to the next thing. And that's what I was trying to figure out for oil. And I just couldn't. I mean, I was going through this, I was looking at methane. It becomes petroleum, no, it becomes methanol, which becomes formaldehyde, which we use with urea to become resin and all that. And it just was not clicking in my head. The complexity of oil and its byproducts and dealing with all that is complex beyond my capacity to follow. There's not much that reaches that point. I mean, especially not in a game. It's not the sort of thing I encounter on a casual... Well, okay, there's a lot of things that are like that, but not things that I encounter on a casual basis while playing a video game. I mean, I'm a pretty smart guy. I don't want to brag too much, but I went to college, I got a degree, I graduated in the top 10% of my class. I don't expect a video game to stump me very much. Anyway, so to make a long story short, I kept at it for a while. At one point I got to like a fugue state where all I was doing was just sitting here reading recipes. Methane becomes formaldehyde, becomes like that. And I realized this is terrible video. This is just a terrible video, so I stopped the video and figured it out on my own time. And I gave up after a while. I said screw it. I went away and played Mario for a bit. Came back newly cleansed and tried to figure it out again. And I had to reach a point where I decided that I am not going to be able to hold this in my head. And so I made a chart. And this chart is going to have all the connections for me. So I'll never actually learn this process. Instead, I will simply use the chart. So, let me just talk about my chart real quick. Everything starts with coal. And coal can become many things, including methane and butane and all this stuff. The major product, it also becomes natural gas, which you can also drop into these three. Ethane, methane, and butane are the main oil products. I think they're the equivalent of the light, heavy, and petroleum gas from the base game. But anyway, you can turn these into ethane into ethylene, methane into benzene, and butane into benzene. Methane, more importantly, goes to methanol, which we use for lots of things. Ethylene and benzene become ethyl benzene. Let me go into the actual drawing view so I can move things around. Ethyl benzene becomes styrene, and styrene is only useful when combined with butadiene to become rubber. So basically, there's a lot of intermediate products that aren't really that important. Like, I'm never going to need a line of ethylene. I'm never going to need a line of styrene. That's why I try to divide things into. My plan right now is to have an oil area that's going to be producing each of these blue boxes, the mineral oil, the naphtha, the methane, the benzene, the methanol, and the propene, I want to have in my bus. Because those will be used in factories and to produce products down the line. And I also want to have a line of sulfur and rubber. But once I do that, all these other products, the red products, I can just leave in my oil area. I don't need a line of styrene. I don't need a line of natural gas. So that's kind of my plan right now. I moved that a little bit. Now it's bothering me. Let's make that line up. It's not lining up right. No, it's fine. Oh well. Anyway, so I want to. And by the way, this all starts from coal, and I'm very skeptical that we're going to have enough coal, because as you can see, even right now, our carbon is giving us problems. Although that might be a solar panel problem. No, I don't think it is. I think it's just that we're needing more and more coal during the day. Right? No, it's a coal problem. We're not producing enough coal. Is it a mineralized water problem? No. No, this is going fine. We're just consuming really heavily. These are a little backed up. I could make some gains, I think, if I were to turn some of these into algae farm 2s. But basically what I'm saying is that our coal production is not keeping up with our coal consumption now, and we're about to add this whole process that needs coal as its input, and we're going to do it. I mean, so I think we're going to need to have a new one of these at some point, probably on the very far west part of our map. We're going to have something, maybe 3 or 4 of these. It's going to throw out a ton of coal at a time, and it'll all get turned into oil products. Anyway, so these need different things. They all use gas refineries or steam gas things. Where's the steam gas thing? Steam cracker. So I think we need lots and lots of little things. And I can't get through there because of bad building placement. So my chart, my awesome chart, doesn't have the does not have the ratios and all that. We'll figure those out on the fly. But at the moment, what I need lots and lots of materials to make these things. So let's go ahead and start making some of those. I was thinking about doing science. I think we probably could do gray science right now. We can't do blue science until we get next set of circuits. What is the hold up here? Copper. Copper is the hold up here. Okay. That is a thing. And copper on the other side is giving us problems because we don't have enough of it. You know, let's go ahead and just reset this this area over here. We never really set it up right in the first place. Do we have these? We have a ton of them, yeah. Actually, this is fine. It's just that we're not producing fast enough. I was thinking we could just have copper be... if we were having one run out and not the other, then that'd be a problem. But we're not. Instead, this is backing up, so all the future copper will just be going this way. Anyway. I'm not going to worry about this at the moment. I want to make a ton of petrochemical refining machines. So we'll probably need some more electrolyzers too for like individual things. Yeah, my chart doesn't have like random things like we'll need hydrogen to make something, or we'll need oxygen to turn hydrogen sulfide into sulfur. I just wanted to get the major pieces. Other things I know how to produce. We're gonna need a ton of these advanced chemical plants. It's all steel. Limited. Do I need that? Gas refinery? Let's just make a few, and we'll just look at what recipes are needed for which things. Gas refineries for... Yes, we will need that eventually. That's how we're going to turn the natural gas into these things. So we'll probably need a few of these gas refineries. What's the timing on it? 6 seconds. Okay, the advanced chemical plants we're gonna need for the actual coal cracking. And we're primarily gonna be cracking like this, which produces coke. There's a thought. That's where we get the sulfur from. That will turn into benzene and methane. Wait a minute, benzene and methane. Is that benzene? Did I do this wrong? Yeah, it's benzene. Interesting. Yeah, I have it. Okay, I have it right. I just, for some reason, I was thinking that I produced butane, but no, butane is just for producing more benzene. And this is all full of lies. This tool, it says we need coal cracking, but we already have this recipe. It's just the technology is not lined up on it correctly. Can't hurt to have a bunch of those. We're gonna need a steam cracker or two. Maybe? I don't know. I've been so focused on the smelting for so long that getting into the oil was a bit of a relief. But still, you know, 2.5 hours of plan. Where is... I was telling you to make things. They're just not there yet. Okay. This is how we turn methane into methanol. Right there. Methane to methanol. Which we'll need to do, because we need propane. Yeah, we're gonna need a ton of this. Oh, we could turn naphtha into propane too. Yeah, I have that. Okay. I don't want to overly worry about ratios right now. I just want to make sure I have everything. And then we'll figure out ratios as we go. Actually, that's a thought. What pipes are we going to use? I kind of would like to use some sort of a different color pipe than the stone pipes, so that we can say that these are the... ooh, 20 for those. We'll use brass pipes. I like that. So brass pipes to carry all our oil stuff in. Let's grab a few more of these. We probably should just drop a bunch of junk we don't need at the moment. Which would be... There's a lot we need right now. Actually, I'm not gonna need that. Let's make that another one. We'll probably want to do like circuit stuff to make sure everything turns out nicely, but we can wait till later for that. Okay. The landfill is an issue. We really need more space to make this new little sub-factory. We don't have enough. Is our mud producing anything? 400? It's not to be ignored. Where's our car? It's up near the steel. Okay. I'm reluctant to build things, so I'm not sure exactly which of them I'm gonna need more of. So I'm just gonna... Well, do I need an oil and gas separator? Like at all? I wasn't paying too much attention to what I needed when I built the chart. No. No use for that yet. Actually, there's no use for it, then let's just leave it here. So it's not cluttering my inventory space. You know, since we're having trouble with slag, and we have tons of nodules, why are we still burning slag? Nodules. There. We had all these plans at one point, but no, that was all stupid idea. Just do everything from nodules. There. Then we can keep this going full time. Get more landfill. Why did I leave that alone for so long? That could have changed long ago. Oh well. Alright, let's start playing this out. Oh, our circuits are so feeble. Hopefully it'll stack up at one point. There's enough capacity for them to be producing at a yellow belt per time. I shouldn't have tried to go to the north here. Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, let's just get back on track. Okay, that didn't work. But it caused no harm, so good enough. There we go. Our magnificent base. All backed up. Alright, we never did decide how tall this needs to be. I should have not reloaded. I should have just waited for the... I should have just left the game sitting still for an hour or two while we let landfill accumulate. I do want my new oil area to be on the bus, so it needs to be start like here, because we're gonna need lots of stuff for it. So I guess it'll be like this huge area, which we don't have enough landfill for. Not you. Should have grabbed more belts. I forgot we had left so much of this left undone. Oh well, gives us something to do while we wait for more landfill to show up. Besides plotting and scheming over my my new chart. Oops. Yep. And we are gonna need these because these the different oil things require different catalysts. So like we'll need the red catalysts, which need the iron and copper ores. And what's the other one? Silver and aluminum? And there's one more catalyst we haven't even got yet. I forgot that we didn't do it that way. I don't even have anything on the fourth belt yet. So the plan is to add rubber and sulfur. So, well, we not yet. They're going to be later. Let's see. So here's where we can start pulling things off of the belt, right there. So let's make a bit more space. Let's say that's where I can start pulling things off, right there. Just to avoid the corner being messy. It is so pretty with all the lines backfilled like this. It hides the fact that we are at horribly low supply relative to all the things we need to do. Oh, and we're out. We have some more being made down here, right? Oh, apparently not. Out of iron. Probably because copper's backed up, I'm assuming. Why this? No, copper is not backed up. Copper is also stopped. Why? What's stopping us? We don't have enough zinc. That's bronze. We're making our... No, we're making out of stuff out of brass. So why is there no brass? Bronze. There's the brass. Yeah, it's zinc then. Why did I think differently? I don't know. Sure about the car. Where did we do zinc? There. Well, that needs zinc. And that produces zinc. We don't have enough zinc. Because we're full on oxygen. No. We have enough oxygen. We can't get rid of lead. We have too much lead. That's the issue. Right? Yeah, we need to be able to drop off this lead. So what can we use lead for? It's part of making red-green science. I remember we said we were going to make solder from other things because we didn't want to waste our lead. But apparently that was a mistake. Bullet projectiles, but I don't have that yet. Kinda nothing. Oh well. Not to worry. Though I would definitely love some more of this pipe. I could just grab some. This is going to be a continuing problem, isn't it? We're going to always want to have more of one type of mineral than another one type of plate than another type of plate. Oh well. We could do lead pipes. No, we can't. Lead pipes are... there are no lead pipes. Never mind. Oh well. Alright. This will be our new oil area. Right here. Or maybe we should wait. Do we have these? We don't need those, I don't think. We don't really have enough landfill for this anyway. But we can start just carving out an area. Well, to an extent we can start. I really would like to be able to get some more lead, get some more brass. Not a long-term solution. We're just kicking the can down the road, but maybe it'll help us get our, until we... I don't really... Well, wait a minute. Lead ingots. Where are lead ingots? They're made from... Okay, you need them for brass also. I guess we could be turning them into, solder. But tin is also backed up, so... Never mind. I was thinking perhaps we could be getting Invar instead, but Invar is something else. Invar is nickel. Anyway, let's stop turning this into undergrounds. Okay, let's go get some more let's go get some more landfill. We can sneak through this somewhere there. Actually, can we fix that with some clever belting maybe? This isn't even the right place. So right now I'm making it so it can equally take it. I want it to prefer one side. Actually, that's kind of the problem. Right now, these don't produce enough. Why did that fix things? Because this was able to unload some of its lead. Okay, but really the problem is that we need to have a loop. So that some of this will always go away. Right now, if this gets overloaded, we want this to be prioritized even. So maybe we'll do some more. This is messy. Basically, what I want is so that if this has too much lead in it, then the lead that's in this gets prioritized over the lead being made over here. And I suppose there's another way to do that. I could just read contents. Is this not connected? Lead ingot. Well, this isn't working at all. It should let this pass. Oh. No. You're always enabled. And so this will not let any lead pass as long as there is lead here. I suppose we should balance. It is balanced. I think that'll work. So lead from this thing will always be held up unless this is all clear. Well, unless this area above this splitter is clear, which is what we want. Now the problem is that this doesn't have any zinc ore. Where's the zinc ore going? Forget where we're getting the zinc. It's not zinc. That's zinc. It's being held up because we have too much tin. Well, we're producing a little bit over here, though. Anyway, like I said, this whole thing where we see the belts full all the time is deceptive. We are nowhere near to that level of production, and instead they'll all be very much more sparse like this. Like I think we are. The plan was to have 2 gold per second, which would be a 1/6 of a belt. Landfill. We need to go back to get landfill. Getting all distracted again. We're never going to get our oil facility this way. Now, iron's not backed up. I was worried I was going to back up, but no. It needs to make more steel. But this should totally be backed up. Right? Okay, this is backed up because we don't need that much mineralized. These are running full the time to produce a decent amount of landfill. Coal looks like it's getting a bit healthier. A little bit. We're still not keeping up with carbon full time though. I'm probably gonna need electrolyzers. I should make some right now before we walk away from here. Let's see. What's keeping me from having to make more? Being able to make more. Iron. You burn through so much iron. We're gonna need more liquefiers, probably. Then circuits. Our base is getting large to the point that it's difficult to go from one side to another. Like, it's actually a real delay whenever I have to go back to the base. In every single square placed by hand. It is very obvious where those 70 hours went. Have any piping yet? Yeah, good. Go ahead and still turn more. In fact, let's make this a bit smarter. So this can hold only if it has over at 150. Brass pipes. What are ceramic pipes? They can, wow, tungsten pipes can go 30 underground. Wow. You know, that is a problem. Brass pipes are thin. Only size 5. Maybe I should not be making brass pipes. I mean, stone pipes are huge. Oh, I better go back to using stone. Plastic would be ideal, but... yeah, we should have picked up some stone pipes. We just want the throughput. I don't want to ever be limited by how much my pipes can hold. Well, is that a reasonable thing? Would the size of the pipe actually impact the throughput? Probably. Oh, I don't care. Let's just make brass pipes. We're gonna need a ton of brass pipes anyway. Oh, we should leave those. We'll just have other places where we'll put these. Alright. So in terms of output, we are planning to have 2 more of these. 1 for sulfur, 1 for rubber. And then a series of brass pipes. How many of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess so. That's not very many. We'll put them all right next to each other. They probably all won't all. Wow, that goes so long. Look at that. I just want to reserve the space more than anything else. Alright, and then this is where our new factory can begin. Laziest landfilling ever. We're about to hit worms, aren't we? Yeah. We should probably make some more. Don't have any copper. Huh. I can't grab copper that easily. Anyway, we'll deal with that later. So, we need a line of coal. That's going to be the input to everything. And eventually, this whole place over here will be a way to make coal. That's my plan. These won't even exist this far back, so never mind. Okay, and from the coal comes disparity. No, from the coal, we will make... well, should we do both of them? There's different ways of doing it. This mostly makes synthesis gas, which we don't need that much at the moment. This makes... This is gonna need red metal catalyst too. Didn't realize that. That makes the natural gas, which gives us these. Or we can just make them directly. Well, we can just make benzene and methane. What am I really looking for at the moment? I want all of them, so I guess we're going to need to do both sets of coal processing. Since one of those needs red metal catalysts, we're going to need iron and copper ore also. So let's grab some of that. Put a line right here. Copper and iron ore. You know, is this the last place? No, I'll need iron for ferric solution or ferric whatever it was. But can I get rid of some of these ores past the? No, we need them all for paste. Forgot about that, and I don't know when I'm going to get to that, so we should just keep them all on the bus. Alright. And both of these things are producing coke. But we're going to need some coke for steam later on. I'm trying to think if I should try to weave the coke back in. Where is my coke? Right there. So that wouldn't be too hard. Let's ignore the coke for now. We'll just put it on another belt. So, how many of these should we make? Maybe do 2 of each? Maybe 4 of each? 2 of each. I like it. And these are happening in advanced gas things. Advanced chemical plants. We'll weave the coal in between them. Actually, there's no inputs to these. It's just yeah, it's all output. So we can just insert directly from the coal line. But these are gonna be more tricky. We're gonna have an I want more space. These are still just using the same thing though, right? Yeah. They don't actually have inputs beyond the red. Beyond the coal, I mean. Beyond the red, what am I saying? The red catalyst is what I meant, but... No, they need hydrogen. They need hydrogen gas. We'll have to... That's why I brought the catalyzers. Do we have ore crushers? Can we make them? No. Not enough raw stone. Oh well, that's what we're gonna do. We'll have a set of a pair of these. Producing slag. Where are my... They're not here. Pumps. Where are my pumps? Oh, they are here. We need more miners, I think. There's a clear problem with insufficient miners. Okay, so that holds 50, whereas the stone one can hold 200. I don't know if that's going to be a problem. We'll find out. We should go out one more. We're gonna need hydrogen too at some point, so this isn't a waste. But for now, we can just flare it away, so I don't want to think about it. Actually, wait a minute. It's the oxygen we just want to flare away. Should have made these a bit further apart. Oh well. Or, actually, wait a minute. We'll make that too. That way these don't run into each other. It'll be one further to the left, but that's okay. This whole pipe thing, brass pipe thing, might be a big mistake. But we'll see. We'll give it time to fail. And these are producing slag, which will eventually turn into more landfill. Over there somewhere. For now, just store it in the box. Oh, I remember we had a problem with this. Ooh, yeah, this isn't gonna work. We could go like that, perhaps? But then that's not how we load them back. We'll have to just... Maybe it'll work if we're very limited in how many we allow. How many of the catalyst things, I mean. Because you get to a point where it won't make the next catalyst because it doesn't have a place to put it, and they won't give it, they won't make space because they can't give this thing its catalyst. We could be looking at that problem. Let's just test this. You know, actually that's fine. But we should switch over to these. That didn't work. Excuse me. I was distracted. The coal, of course. Okay, let's just make some more room. So we can make sure we understand why things are stopped. I still can't tell. I think it's because these, well, first of all, we don't have any way to get rid of our coke. This is a problem, but even then, well, maybe it's working. Let's leave it alone for now. Why aren't these working? Because they don't have any place to output their slag. Alright, well, we got started on this. It's not a very big start, but we have grand plans. I have strong ideas. So I'm going to take a break right there. Thank you everyone for watching. My name is Michael Young, and this is Factorio using the Sea Block Modpack.